In the misty, rolling hills of a small town in Himachal, lived a young boy named Arav. To the casual observer, Arav was just another ordinary student attending the local public school. He possessed a gentle soul and found his greatest joys outside the four walls of a classroom. His world was defined by the simple pleasures of life, chasing cricket balls through narrow alleyways with his friends, listening to the rhythmic chirping of miners at dawn, and lying on the grass to watch the monsoon clouds embrace the mountain peaks. However, beneath this carefree exterior lay a heavy burden that weighed on his young shoulders. Arav harbored a deep, painful struggle with his studies. To him, textbooks were cryptic puzzles he couldn't solve. No matter how earnestly he tried to focus or how late he kept his lamp burning at night, the lessons simply refused to stick in his mind. The concepts felt slippery, vanishing the moment he looked away from the page. This academic struggle was made infinitely worse by the reaction of his peers. His classmates, often cruel in their youthful ignorance, would snicker when he stuttered during recitations or failed to answer basic questions. Their laughter echoed in his ears long after school ended. Consequently, Arav's self-esteem began to crumble like a sandcastle in the tide. He felt increasingly isolated and hopeless, slowly becoming convinced that he was fundamentally flawed compared to the brilliant minds around him. Losing the spark that once made his eyes shine, one late afternoon, as the shrill sound of the final school bell faded and the chaotic noise of students dispersed into the streets, Arav remained behind. The school corridors, usually bustling with energy, were now silent, save for the rhythmic, hypnotic whirring of the ceiling fans, drawn by a glimmer of hope. He found himself standing at the threshold of the philosophy classroom. Inside, Mr. Raya, a teacher known for his silver hair and infinite patience, sat alone, reviewing notes under the warm, dusty glow of the setting sun. Arav hesitated, his heart pounding against his ribs like a trapped bird. The fear of judgment was strong, but the weight of his despair was heavier. Gathering every ounce of his remaining courage, he stepped inside. "Sir," he whispered, his voice cracking with nervousness. "May I have a moment?" Mr. Raya looked up, removing his thick spectacles, and nodded gently. "Come in, Arav. Take a seat. What troubles you, my child?" Arav sat on the edge of the wooden bench, staring intently at his dust-covered shoes to hide the moisture welling in his eyes. The words tumbled out in a rush of raw vulnerability. "Sir, I feel completely useless. No matter how hard I try, I cannot study. My memory fails me. My focus shatters. And I feel hopeless. Everyone else moves forward while I am stuck. Is there something wrong with me?" The room fell quiet for a heartbeat. Mr. Raya didn't dismiss the boy's pain. Instead, a compassionate smile softened his face. "You are not broken, Arav," he said softly, his voice echoing a grandfatherly warmth. "You are simply lost in a fog. Many have stood exactly where you stand now. But if you possess the true will to improve, the path exists." Leaning forward, his eyes twinkling with wisdom, Mr. Raya continued, "I am going to teach you 5 simple, yet powerful lessons. They are not magic, but if you embrace them, they will transform not just how you study, but how you perceive the world itself." First, Mr. Raya began, placing a glass jar swirling with muddy water on the desk. "Observe." They watched in silence until the dirt sank to the bottom, leaving the water crystal clear. "Your mind works the same way, Arav. When clouded by fear and stress, clarity is impossible. Before you open a book, close your eyes for 5 minutes. Breathe deeply. Let the emotional mud settle. Next, the teacher lit a small earthen deal lamp. Focus only on this flame," he instructed. Arav found it difficult at first. His mind drifted to the cricket field and his exam anxieties. But slowly, his gaze steadied. "The past is smoke and the future is not yet fuel," Mr. Raya whispered. "You possess only the present. When studying, if your mind wanders, Gently guide it back to the task. Just as you return to this flame, Mr. Iyer then poured water over a smooth river stone and a sponge. The water rolled off the stone but vanished into the sponge. Do not be the stone, merely memorizing words that wash away with time. He advised. Be the sponge. Absorb the meaning. Use imagination and examples to truly understand. He then handed Arav a thick wooden branch. Break this, he challenged. Arav strained but failed. Mr. Iyer then cut the wood into small twigs, snapping them easily one by one. You cannot conquer a mountain in one leap. Break your syllabus into small, manageable twigs. Study a little. Take a break. Then return. Finally, pointing to 2 potted plants, one withered, one blooming, he said. The first was flooded with water once a week, the second received a cup daily. Consistency is your greatest tool. 20 minutes of study every day is infinitely more powerful than cramming for 10 hours once a week. Be like the gardener, Arav, not the flood. Over the subsequent weeks, Arav clutched these 5 lessons close to his heart. The transformation was not instantaneous, the mud in his mind often took time to settle, and his attention sometimes flickered like a lamp in the wind. Yet, he persisted. He watered his knowledge daily, little by little, just as Mr. Iyer had shown him with the plants. Slowly, the heavy fog of confusion lifted. The letters in his textbooks stopped dancing and started forming concepts he could genuinely understand. The fear that once paralyzed him was replaced by a quiet curiosity. His grades improved. But the true victory was that he began to smile again, finding a newfound joy in the process of learning. 5 years have passed since that golden afternoon in the philosophy classroom. Arav is no longer the trembling boy afraid of his own shadow. He has grown into a successful and confident young man, navigating his career with the same clarity he once sought in that glass of muddy water. He often looks back on that day not as a mere tutoring session, but as the moment his life truly began. His journey stands as a testament to anyone standing in the shadows of doubt. If you find yourself struggling, whether in school or in life, remember Arav's path. Calm the storms in your mind. Seek to understand rather than just recite. And nurture your goals with consistent, daily effort. Great forests grow from small seeds, and mountain peaks are reached one step at a time. Your belief in yourself, paired with steady, patient work, will eventually become the bridge between who you are and who you wish to become. If Arav's journey touches you, imagine who else might need to hear this message today. Like and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss the latest videos. I will be back with another inspiring story. Please stay patient and wait.